Today I'm going to show you what I sold last week, how much money I made, and how much you can make. Hey guys, I'm going to bring you another BOLO list today. Today we're going to talk about the PlayStation 2 platform. I believe it was the best-selling console of all time, something like 110 million or something like that. This is kind of one of the ones that really got the disc-based games going. The PS1 obviously got it going, but this is when the Xbox and PS2 just they took off and it was crazy. I've done pretty well with PS2 games. The consoles are pretty good. The fat ones, the original ones, you probably get 100 for them online right now. And the slim ones, they're a bit less than that. But it's a good console, still works. People still love them. They did make a ton of shovelware for this console, so a lot of the games are worth $5 or less. Like they made games about everything, like bowling and darts and this and that. Just stuff that it's just they call it shovelware for a reason. I'm gonna go through a list of some of the games I've sold and some other bolos to look for for when you're out in the wild, guys. So the first one I'm going to go to here is The Thing. I've sold this game myself. I think I got 60 or 70 for it when I did sell it. You do see it kicking around. It's got a really cool cover based on the movie with Kurt Russell. Man, that movie scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. But anyways, you'll find this one in the wild at yard sales, guys. It's I don't think it's super hard to find. I've seen it a few times myself. So, I mean, it might be rare, but it's not like super, super rare or anything. I think it's just got a good following, right? It's a pretty cool cover. Next one, Manhunt, Manhunt 2. The second one is worth more. I've sold them both. You do see these kicking around. Sometimes lots on Marketplace. You'll see stuff like this just in them. And I'd be looking on Marketplace all the time for big lots of video games, and you just scan through and you will see stuff like this. Manhunt 2 is a big money game. Even the first one, like you can see, you get $70 for it, 130. Yeah, disc only for that, it's 43. So, yeah, it's a good pickup if you see it kicking around. Definitely pick those up, guys. Next one, the few of the Simpsons games are worth money. Hit and Run seems to be the most. I found this one not too long ago personally. Where were we? I was picking up stuff from a auction, and the guy actually had other video games in his storage locker. So Tim and I went in and looked. This is one of the games I picked up that was in the wrong case. Just got lucky, right? I think I got $50 for it or something, just the disc. Um, yeah, it's 50 to 80. I would say would be a reasonable expectation for that. The next one, I picked up one of these at a yard sale this summer. Tim and I were at. I think we paid $1 a piece for a game. So we cleaned the guy out. He had about, I'm gonna say 50 or 60 PS2, 360, Xbox, just the older stuff. Nothing super new. This was one of them. I picked up a racing game with a red case, and I cannot remember what it was. It was a PS2 game, but I sold it really quick, and I got $40 for it. If I do remember, I will pull it up, guys. But yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Not sure why. I mean, cover's kind of goofy, but I guess if you like the show and I don't know, you like the tie-in of it, I guess it's worth it, right? I think I got 35 for the one I sold. It was in pretty good shape, though, guys. The next one we got is Need for Speed Most Wanted. Most of the Need for Speed games will have a little value on this platform. This seems to be one of the higher value ones. Anywhere from 25 to 45, I would say, but you should be able to get at least $35 for it if it's in good shape and you got the manual and all that for it. Next one's another racing game, Midnight Club 3. And now there's a few of these Midnight Club games. It's the dub edition that seems to be worth the most, which is around 50. As you can see, Midnight Club 2 is here 26. Even the greatest hits one for the dub edition is 43. So you should get 50 for the black label one, no problem. And it's a game that you see around a lot. A lot of these racing games you do see. Next one, Def Jam Fight for New York. I'm not too sure whether this was rare or it's just got one of those cult followings. But it's one of those high roller games. You can see you can probably get $200 for it if you have everything with it. Uh, this guy took 75, but it was in the UK, so yeah, even the greatest hits, like they got 200 for that. So that's crazy. I'm sure you would see this game out in the wild. Next one, Silent Hill 2. If you have these games and you have the registration card, as you see Silent Hill 2 here, guys, they're always worth a little bit more. I think it was the thing I had, and it had the registration card, and I got extra for it. But all the Silent Hill games, like I've went over in previous videos, they're usually worth something. If you can get them for under $10, I would suggest just grabbing them and taking a flyer on them. This one seems to be like one of the heavy hitters on the PS2, though. Yeah, so it's not an uncommon game, I would say, by any stretch. This one's kind of weird. It's got like the Simpsons stuff, Futurama. It's worth a lot. They must have not made a lot of these guys. As you can see, $508 for this, 400. Yeah, this one is a PAL. That's why they're so low. That's the European stuff. Yeah, if you see Futurama, pick her up is all I can say. This is another heavy hitter that you probably won't see, but I'm just going through this so that if you do see it, you can grab it. A word of advice I would have is some of the real Japanese looking titles. A lot of them have a little bit of value and are always worth picking up if they're inexpensive, I would say. This one's crazy, but I've picked up a lot where they have that anime type looking cover on them, and they always seem to sell for a decent amount of profit, anyways. Next one we got is Godzilla for the PS2. Really cool cover, and this game has always had a good value to it. Seems to be going up in value a little bit now, 80, 90. Definitely worth a pickup. I think it's just the cover of the red one is so cool. Last page I'm going to go through is just some heavy hitters that I did a quick search on. So if you guys might see them, you might want to just keep an eye out. One is Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Not too sure why that's so much. Haunting Ground, Blood Will Tell, Kingdom Hearts, obscure Silent Hill. I would suggest doing searches on eBay's in the higher price range. And then you guys will get an idea of what's there. You can actually make a master list for yourself to take around. And then you don't always have to pull stuff up on your phone. You will just, a lot of the titles you will remember. And when you see them, you can just grab them, right? Yeah, the PS2 games, there's just so many that people don't value them much at yard sales, and you do seem to be able to pick up really good deals on them still. I had a ton of them. I've sold a lot because I was never a PlayStation guy. I was more into Xbox than that. I've still got quite a bit of PS2 and PS3 games left to sell. I think I'm going to sell them and just focus on Xbox, 360, and then some of the older cart-based stuff, mostly Genesis. If you guys want to see any more of these videos of my BOLO list for video games and stuff, I do enjoy making them, and it's kind of neat. It's a refresher for myself as well. So if you do like this kind of stuff, I'll keep making it. Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And have a wonderful day. Cheers.